Interestingly, when we tie in the cube with triangles, with circles, the point within a circle, Euclid's 47th proposition, the triangular flap on the square of the Masonic apron, we get the foundation stone. We get the philosopher's stone. Notice how all of the sacred geometry ties together beautifully into the cube. The square. A cube is just a three-dimensional square. Just like our Freemasonic apron is, isn't it? And he discusses the correlations of the mother letters, the different mother letters in Hebrew with each one of the corners of the cube, which I think is really interesting. This is quite a good book. If you can get a chance to get this book, it's seriously very, very interesting how he connects the cube of space with the cornerstone, the Evan Shatia of the temple, and of course the stone, the rough and smooth ashlar, is a very important theme in Freemasonry now, isn't it? Notice when you begin with a point in the circle, and you stretch that out into a vertical, notice all the different points on different intersecting circles. The point within a circle becomes the Kabbalah tree of life. That's the power of sacred geometry, to stretch our minds, to give us ideas on how to expand our thinking. And then he goes into various... Now here is the Solomon's seal within different circles, within different overlapping geometric figures. Triangles, circles, and squares. We are taught as fellowcraft to make a serious study of geometry. That's not just to waste our time. There are reasons. And then, of course, he's got some wonderful diagrams in this. The ultimate cube within cubes within cubes, circles within circles within circles. It's a constant expanding universe. It begins with the point, radiates out into a square. The cube, the three-dimensional cube of space. That is the whole theme of the idea. There's the tree of life in the three-dimensional aspect. Everything becomes three-dimensional. The tree of life, the cube, the square, the circle becomes a sphere, the point becomes a circle, so on and so forth. The geometry of the... Oh, then you get the three alchemical principles in the tree of life as well. Albert Pike, in his book Esoterica, described the importance of the alchemy and the alchemical symbolisms in Freemasonic symbolism. There's the phi diagram nestled within square, within square, within square, within square, and you get phi, which is the rate growth of life itself. Sunflower seeds, conch shells, all have a phi growth. Then when you look at the square, the cube of space, on the corner, you see the tree of life. Now, a Scottish Rite Mason will greatly appreciate the Kabbalistic nature of some of the symbolisms in the Scottish Rite, understanding how it ties in with Freemasonry. Not that we become Kabbalists, of course not. But we utilize all traditions as we can to enhance our understanding of the mysteries. This is why we study geometry. Geometry teaches you the eternal laws of ratio, proportion, growth, diminishing. Geometry gives you the strict logic of rules, laws, universal truth, and themes, expanding our minds beyond this mundane world. That is what the Masonic apron is supposed to call in mind. We don't wear that apron in the world, of course not. We're escaping the world by putting it on in lodge and living higher principles. Working a higher work. We're taking good men and making them better is what we say in Masonry, right? Yes, we do that through the studies of the constitutions and regulations of Freemasonry, as well as the science of the geometry, and it's incorporated right into our very clothes we wear as we perform the great work, which has alchemical overtones as well. The great work is what? To transform the lives of man. It all ties in when you start comprehending it and contemplating it. And of course, another very famous theme in the Pythagorean Tetractys is the incorporation. Instead of having 10 little dots in a triangle, like the Pythagorean Tetractys, when you put the letters YHVH, you can see the generation of the holy name of God in the triangle. And that's important because the triangle, of course, represents deity, heaven, and it's an upward pointing triangle to boot. This is an important contemplation when we have that triangle on a square in our Masonic apron as we wear it. I'm just exploring themes with you to get you to think outside the box, or to get you to think about the cube. Yeah, very interesting stuff, isn't it?